Let's take a trip back in time to China. Let's go back about 100 years. I'd like to talk about a German sinologist and theologian who worked hard to build a cultural bridge to China. His name was Richard Wilhelm. He lived in China and fell in love with the language and the culture and translated one of the great classics of Chinese literature, the I Ching. He spent over 10 years working on it. The first German translation did not come out until 100 years ago. Enter C.G. Jung. The two men met in the 1920s and became fast friends. Jung immediately recognized the value of the translation and the importance of this spiritual classic, which has helped millions of people better navigate an uncertain future. For Jung, the concepts and the images of the I Ching corresponded to what he was seeing in his multicultural studies. The hexagrams provided invaluable insights to archetypal forces and universal patterns. By asking the oracle open-ended questions, he was better able to access deeper layers of the unconscious. Now, Jung himself consulted the I Ching whenever he found himself in a difficult situation. Time and time again, he was astounded by the accuracy of the advice. But how could this be? For a Western scientific rational mind, this defied all logic. How could there be a connection between an inner psychic experience and an outside event? Were the answers coming up from the I Ching completely random, or was there some kind of connection that he could not see or could not initially see? Jung later developed a concept which he called acausal parallelism. And by this I mean, he believed that everything was already connected and related to each other. And since time does not exist, everything was happening simultaneously. Now, from a psychological point of view, this would mean that an answer would only appear to emerge in our consciousness when we are ready to recognize it. This would lead to the famous aha moment of insight. Jung worked a lot on this concept and later called it synchronicity. Speaking of time, I'd like to thank you for taking yours to watch this video.